Hi there YouTube family, and welcome into today's video, which is going to be recreating this look right here, which is a pop of green. This is a really easy, fun look to do. I did incorporate two palettes, the new Tartist Pro palette. This is the remix. And then the Opposites Attract palette from e.l.f. I loved working with this one. This one gave me a really good idea that I'm going to be showing you in another video, but I am going to be using both of these in this eye look today. You guys requested that I do it after seeing one of my videos, which I think it was my favorites video or something like that. So ask and ye shall receive. As far as I'm concerned, I'm here to do the things that you guys want me to do. I hope that you do like this look. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to do that. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe before you go today and join our YouTube family that is growing so much. I did want to tell you really quickly what I think about both of these palettes. This palette right here, the new one from Tarte, it has a ton of metallics in it. There is all but 3 colors in here that are metallic or shimmer colors. And they're really beautiful colors, but if you're not into shimmers and you don't like that kind of thing, I would say this palette is probably not for you. The e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette, it has way more mattes in it and just a few shimmer colors in it. It's a beautiful palette. There is quite a lot of kick up with this, so you do have to be a little bit careful about that. Just make sure you tap off your brush a lot and you'll be fine with that. But the colors are pretty saturated and they're very nice. So I have enjoyed working with that one as well. So let's get into the tutorial so you can see how I created this eye look. Okay, you guys, first things first, let's go right in. Let's use some primer, the Catrice Prime and Fine. And I love this eyeshadow primer, one because it has a little bit of white in it, which helps with a little bit of the darkness you get on your eye. And the other because it just really seems to do a better job than a lot of the high-end ones I get. Second, I'm going in with my highbrow product from Benefit. That is just a pencil. That is kind of a peachy pink color. I always put that right underneath my brow and then I just blend it in. And I forgot something. Okay, we're gonna take the tape. I could not do this particular look without the tape. This is what I do to get a really sharp line out here. So I'm gonna go from the tail end of the brow into the eye. And I probably, because I'm using the tape, I will probably have to go in and fix my concealer after this. It's gonna take some off of there, and that's okay. If you've never been with me before, this is what I do. I have a brush. This looks like it's for the Boneyard. I got it from Melly such a long time ago. It's a super fluffy brush. It's more fluffy than you would normally think that you would need to do your eyes. So it's not a blending brush. It's not a crease brush. It's pretty darn fluffy. So I'm going into this color right here that looks like it's a peachy pink, and I'm gonna load my brush with that color. I'm going to use my brush switch lid, which is this little thing right here, and I'm going to push that product into that brush in the lid. I'm going to tap that off, and that's what I will do every time. So when I say push the product into your brush, tap it off, that's what I mean. And I'm going to start out here, and I'm just going to use really light strokes and a really light hand. I'm not doing a lot of pressure. And I'm going to use this look a little bit rounded. Lots of times I do the straight line technique where you go in from your inner brow to your outer brow in more of a straight line. I'm going to round this one just a tiny bit, paying attention a lot to that outer corner. And when I get in here, I'm going to pay a bit of attention in there too. What this is going to do is it's really going to help me to have a brighter looking eye, since I did use a lot of colors that were on the cool tone side. And then I'm going to go in with the color that is right here, and it's called Witty. They're using it as a cool tone in here as well. And I'm using a Morphe M441. This is a pretty fluffy brush even still. And again, I'm paying attention to that outer part right there, right where the tape is. That's what's going to give me a really crisp line, just barely below that orange color. And I am bringing it all the way in here. And out of the Tartist Pro palette, I am going to be mixing this color right here, which is the bright tealy green, with the green color right over here. Doesn't even look green on the camera as I'm showing it to you guys, but believe me, it's green. Okay, and then I'm just going to be using that, and I'm going to be laying that down with my finger all over my lid. and I'm even coming up quite a ways. I had so many of you ask about this look, and I recently have had some comments where it said that all of my eye looks look the same, or I do the same thing with my eye looks. It's really true, because I have found that it's a tried and true way for me to do my eyes, and so I don't really kind of veer away from it when I'm doing an eye look. But this one is fun because you get lots of pops of color in there, and I'm just really liking it. I'm staying away from that outer corner out there because that's where I'm going to use the darkest shade. This is just like the Morphe M433, which I love to use. And I'm using this color again in that palette called Smooth. This is the color that I'm going to use to darken up the look. And then first thing I'm going to do is I am going in teeny tiny little motions. I'm not going to get carried away right here with trying to blend anything. I'm not going to use this brush to go all over the place. I mean, I'm going in with the littlest motions I can possibly go in, and super light, because I don't want to put too much of that color down too fast. So I am going super light, and you can see that because that brush is really loaded, if I went in, it was going to be too much too fast. So staying into the crease as much as possible, except for right out here. I'm pulling it out to give more of a lifted look on the eye. Now I'm going to go in with a really dense brush, a dense crease brush, and this is a Morphe, let's see, this is a Morphe E18, same color that I just used right there. And this time I am only going just a little tiny bit, but boy, I am going to really concentrate that color right there. Okay, I want you to look at the difference between the two eyes, and hopefully you can see this in what I'm showing you on the camera, is that I can tell that this is just a little bit down and this is a little bit more blended on that darker color. So I'm going to go back in with the second fluffy brush that I used, and I'm just going to blend it up, that darker color, just blending it towards the top or the eyebrow. Just a little tiny bit. Gonna go back in with that dense shader, and I'm just going to really pay attention to right here along the line on the tape. Now I want to use a color that's gonna be super duper bright right there in the center of my eye look. And I'm gonna go into this color right here, and again, it doesn't look green. This is a flat shader brush, and again, I couldn't tell you, I think I got these out of a BoxyCharm. But basically you can see there it's just a very small flat shader brush. And then I'm gonna spray my brush with some Max Fix Plus or whatever spray you like to use. Spraying my brush, and then I'm going to put this right there in the center of my eye. And I'm gonna make just like a little half circle right there to make this eye look kind of pop and have quite a bit of brightness just right there. All right, now I'm going to go into the waterline, and I'm going to put this black down in there. This is a Catrice pencil. I love this pencil. I'm going to take off the tape, and you can see how the tape made that straight line right there, and you can also see how it picked up some of my concealer. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to fix that in just a second. Now I'm going to take a fluffy little shader brush. I believe this one is from Luxie, and I'm going to go into the color right here, adding that color right there in the inner corner to bring out some brightness. And I'm going to have to do a little bit more on the other side. I have a Wonder 2 Cosmetics Super Stay liner that I'm going to be using on this side. I just really wanted something for the shadow to be able to cling to that I'm going to put on the bottom. Now I'm going to mix these two colors, which was that teal green, and then this color right here, which is like a charcoal with sparkle in it. And I'm going to mix those two together with a pencil brush that I have from ColourPop. And yes, the name of it is just a pencil brush, which is easy to remember. And I'm just going to smudge out that liner that I just used. I'm smudging it all the way across into that green liner that I just put down so that those colors will meld together. The powder and the cream will meld together, and I'll have a lot more staying power. Now I'm going to use my brush switch, and I'm going to clean off that pencil brush. I'm going to go back into the e.l.f. palette with the brown that I used, that deep brown that I used. Now I'm just going to tie the look together right there on the outer corner with the brown. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna head off camera. I am going to fix that concealer and I'm gonna put some mascara on. You guys, I was just putting on the eyeliner that I forgot to put on my top line. And I had an eyeliner explode on me. And you're not gonna believe, but it totally muddied up this whole area. So that was an absolute mess that I had to deal with. It's still all over my fingers. I'm gonna have to wash them off in a minute. But this is the finished look. I love this green look for fall, for, you know, winter, for party. It's really a pretty pop of color. And I did it a little bit more dramatic than I would have done it, you know, on other days. I really do love using green on my eyes, and I do think it looks beautiful on brown eyes or hazel eyes or actually any color eye. I think that green really looks pretty on. I do hope that you guys enjoyed seeing this look today. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions about the look at all. So please give this video a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. I would really appreciate it if you would do that. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. I would love to have you here all the time, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you all for spending a part of your day with me today. I'll see you in my very next video. Love you guys. Bye.